Hi, it's your boy Dodger and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to DTV. We've just finished streaming after the England game, and here's some clips for you of what happened there and my reactions. As far as Carl Walker's going to pass it back to Pickford, I'm guessing. Or turns around instead. My God, we're actually going forward. Palmer with the ball. Let's go! Come on! Come on! Yeah. Intense is probably the best word for that, but as you can tell, I got very passionate in that game. But we won 2-1. It wasn't very convincing. Our Lord and Saviour, Mr. Black Country Boy himself, Jude Bellingham, saves us. And, yeah, today we're going to be talking about my reactions from that game. I'm going to give some ratings to the players. And probably talk about what I'd like to see changed for Switzerland. Because there's a big lingering problem in the air, which I think a lot of fans are also feeling. So let's get straight into this video right about now. Oh, hi. Dodger again, hi. Just wanted to quickly say, since we've just been watching a few clips from a live stream and live reactions, why not come check us out on kick.com? Here we go, we've got the score on top, the teams up top. The score is on the bottom right for predictions. The left side lineup, it's fun, it's amazing to come and do, so come and join the fun at kick.com/DodgerTV. You will not regret it, so come and check us out. Link down below in the description, and it's on screen now. Boom! Let's get back to this video, though. Let's talk about England right now and the game. Here the stats are on screen for you, as you can see there, over to your left. Shots, 18 shots for England. These all pretty much came in the, well, mainly the second half of extra time, the first half, second half of extra time. Slovakia had 13 shots, which, I'm not going to lie, Slovakia did really well. They should have won the game, not going to lie. They really should have won the game. 1-0 all the way up until the 95th minute. And at that time, I think we had about 5 or 6 shots on targets, 1 disallowed goal, and Rice's shot off the post, which, wow. And then Kane just did that little scissor kick and then bounced off the floor and over the bar just after Rice hit the post. But apart from that, I'm not very clinical from England. I'm not really a big fan of seeing this. I mean, the last Euros and the last World Cup, it was a lot of the same. 1-0 wins, a bit lethargic, a bit slow to get it through the lines and pass it forward. Slovakia today, they had a nice 5 in the midfield, which did kind of shut down our passing lanes and our movement. But even then, it just felt like more of the same from the Slovenia, the Denmark game. It just felt like we went Pickford, Gehi, Stones to Gehi, Gehi to Stones, Stones to Trippier, who'd take like 2 steps. Foden will make a run, or Bellingham will make a run from that left-hand side, either like that and that. Trippier, maybe looking for the pass on Trippier. Trippier will look up, put his hands up, turn around, and then pass it back to Mark Gehi. And I was just, I was screaming and shouting. I'm like, what is he doing? They're making the runs. Where's the pass? I think 1 or 2 times he actually made the pass. It looked pretty promising. I think it's actually one of those passes was one of those passes he made over the top to Foden is actually what created the chance for the Rice goal, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it started out. But anyway, like, we need somebody on the left. In the post-interview after the match, so Gareth Southgate did say Luke Shaw is fit. He's been training. He said not been training enough full team training regiments. So it's a bit of a 50-50. But still, it's a lot more promising hearing that Luke Shaw is fit and he's back in the training with the full team squad a bit more regularly now. So hopefully we get to see him start or at least make an appearance against Switzerland, which I'll get onto in a little bit. But let's continue going down this line here. Possession, we had 63% possession to 37% for Slovenia. But again, a lot of that wasn't doing much with the ball. A lot of the first half and probably midway through the second half, and obviously towards the end we were just trying to defend the 1 goal lead. It was a lot of just passing between the back 4, Mainu and later on it would be Gallagher, Eze and Rice. Even Jude Bellingham was coming back to that back 4 line while we've got the ball, and we'd be in that back four line as like a fifth defender, just trying to get the ball forward. It was very puzzling and very worrisome at times, thinking, we've got the possession, and don't get me wrong, we are definitely, well, to what I've seen in this tournament anyway, more of a possession-based team. We like our possession. We don't like making the runs, which is really odd because we have the players that do it on the pitch numerous times during the game. That's why I wanted to call this now, because it's nice and fresh in my mind straight after the game. A lot of times during the game, I was shouting and pointing out to my chat, to the live chat, by the way. Go check it out. Come join us next time. I was pointing out a lot. Bellingham's in his space, in his pocket, and nobody would see him, and he'd be screaming for it. And instead of going there, they'd turn and go to the opposite side. And then Foden was the same as well. He'd be making the runs and getting into the pocket to space, waiting for the passes and making the runs for the ball over or the ball through on the ground, or even a switch of play from Trippier to the right side, or right side from Walker to the left side, which we did start doing a lot more towards the end of the second half and the extra time, of course, which I'd like to see a lot more. But that was when Palmer was on. Saka's there too. We didn't really want to make those passes, you know, like diagonally left to right along the pitch or right to left. We didn't really want to make those in the first half and the beginning of the second half. It was only until like when Saka came off and Palmer came on. It was only then when we started doing it, and which is really funny because the players Foden, Saka, and Bellingham were making those runs anyway, and you'd see it a lot during the game, but not having the confidence to take those balls and pass it to them. If I'm in Southgate, I'm in words with Walker, Gahey, Stones. The middle two, Rice and Mainu and Trippier. I'm in words saying, just put it in, just ping it over. It was 0-0 at this point. It was then 1-1. Like, I mean 1-0 as well, Slovakia. Just do it. It opens a space. It creates more lines of passage. It's going to bring the team over, the opposing team over here out of the defensive shape, where you can just make a quick ping over, a quick switch to the other side, or even bring it back a bit, go straight down the middle. Like it creates those pockets of space for us to run into and make more room for the creative chances to get a shot on goal, or even a chance at goal. Or even get a corner from it, which we did do a lot of those, which we'll get onto again in a little bit. And then you look at the passes here, 808 with an accuracy of 87% for England, and again a lot of those were just between the back six, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It looks good on paper. Like right here, you look at these possessions, 18 shots, 2 on target, by the way. Obviously, the Phil Foden one doesn't count because offside, so it would have been 3. But 2 on target. That should say 3 on target. Does a post count as on target for that Rice shot that went off the post? That should count, right? It should be 3, in my opinion. The possession looks good. 63. Passing looks good. 808 passes, 87% completed. And then you look on the opposite side. 13 shots, 3 less than us, 3 on target, 1 more than us, yet they had 5 less shots. 37% possession, 472 completed, 80 pass accuracy. That tells a different tale when you look at the other side. If you just cut out that, this right hand side, we look good. Then you look at the other side, and it's like, ooh, yeah, it was one of those games. 19 fouls, which by the way, Slovakia, any fans out there, you are very lucky to have that midfielder. I can't remember his name. I think it was Duda Dada. I'll have a quick look at the lineup since I'm right here. Kukia, the Kukia guy. He was very lucky to still be on the pitch when he got subbed off. Very, very lucky. There was like 2 or 3 challenges he put in where we got a free kick where it should have been a yellow card, which really boggled my mind as well because the referee as well. He was giving yellow cards left and right first 15 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden he was giving worse challenges throughout the game. He wasn't giving the cards, and that was for either team as well. Like, he was very inconsistent from that referee. And we move on to the fouls, 19 to 12, 12 for England. 3 yellow cards for 5 of Slovakia. Red cards, none, of course. Offsides, we had 1, which was the goal. They had 2 offsides, which I believe... No, I don't think any of those was goals. Corners, we had 9 corners compared to their 1 corner, which was really good. That showed how much of... a defensive presence we had back there. We were always collecting the ball. We weren't just knocking it out. And if it was throwing for a throw, not a corner. We made sure of that. There was 1 or 2 times where Saka had to get back to help out Walker, or on the other side with Trippier, and he'd cut it out, like, just, he would come and make the tackle. It'd be going over the line to a corner. He would force that ball out to the for a throw instead. It was awesome to see. But yeah, those are the stats for that. Now I'm going to talk about Switzerland real quick because we played this game. Wasn't the best. Actually, a lot of the same, but a lot more better when it got to more of the end of the game. You know, but I don't know if that was because we went one behind and we had to, or if it was because that was the plan all along. You know, drain the energy, then push. I don't know. We'll get on to that in a little sec. But let's get on to Switzerland real quick. Right, let's talk Switzerland, ladies and gentlemen. And here was their lineup for against Italy. Sommer in goal, Shah, Akanji. I think when we did watch along, I was saying Akanji's name so many times. He was doing a lot of work defensively. Rodriguez as well, pinging down my left-hand channel. Abisha, Xhaka, Freuer, and Ndoye, by the way, looks really good. I like him. He's such a good player. I hope to see him in the Premier League this next season, or this season coming up. Rida and Vargas with Embolo. Now, that left-hand side they like to favour, which is very good for us, because we're very strong defensively on the right-hand side at the minute with, obviously, a natural right-footed right back and right wing with Akanji, with Mainu. You'd hope he would start again, who can come and help the boys if they need to, as well as Declan Rice, who can cut across and help in as well. But yeah, this is a lot of run out. It's very worrying because Italy were kind of like a lot like us. They like to play from the back. They're really slow in the games that they've played so far in the tournaments, especially in this round of 16 game. They're very, very similar to England. Very slow getting it out, kind of getting stuck into defence and the lower midfield section. It was really hard for them to get into that final third against Switzerland, and we've struggled. We're going to struggle with that as well with them, because if they could do that to Italy, of course they could do that to us. We play very similarly to Italy, and well, we have anyway this competition. But yeah, I don't see how we get out this game comfortably. It's going to be a very, very close one. Switzerland are just going to keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming non-stop. That's all they're going to be doing. They're not going to sit back and take. They're not going to sit back and just let us go at them. They're not going to sit back and let us pass it around. They're very high pressing, very attacking, very just go, go, go. They've got Xhaka, who's going to command that midfield. Abisha and Vargas, they like to do that nice, and Rodriguez, they love doing the overlap, the underlap, but coming inside, making the triangles, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really hard to get them in. Obviously, the only saving grace there is Embolo didn't really look very sharp in front of goal in this game, or even in the group game. So that's probably something we can hold on to. But then you got the problem with Ndoye on the opposite side, who does look sharp and does like to make those inside cuts into the lane towards the outside of the box, or even into the box from that right hand side into the left. It's very, very, very hard for us there. I think that's going to be a big problem if they try and focus down the right hand channel with Ndoye and Rida, if Rida both do start. And obviously we haven't got Mark Gahey for the next game either, because he picked up another yellow card, which means he's going to miss the quarter-final. So I don't know, a Dunk, a Concert. I'd probably prefer a Concert, but it'd probably be Dunk who comes and replaces Gahey. I just don't know. They haven't really, neither of them have really had much time in the game. You can also give a shout to Joe Gomez as well, who obviously is a great defender in his own right, but none of them have really had much minutes, you know, outside of Concert, who came on for in a second half of extra time in the round of 16. So the question is fitness. The question is, are they ready? Is the energy there for them to on that left side of defence, when we already are weak there with Trippier at the minute? And I don't see Southgate changing from Trippier, and that's a big issue for me, because he hasn't really been good with us going forward. Trippier hasn't really been good with getting the ball forward on that left hand side. He hasn't been really good with the passing on that left hand side. He hasn't been really good at getting the balls over with his vision. He's not been really good with his vision in the game, but I do love Trippier. He's a great player. I'm hoping he just flicks the switch and turns it on. Or Southgate, which is very, very slight chance. I'm thinking like a 10% chance here. Southgate does something and maybe puts a Concert or Joe Gomez in those back two places where Gahey and Trippier usually are. Bring them both on, or even a Dunk and a Concert, or a Dunk and a Gomez, couldn't think of a name then. But what I'm hoping he doesn't do is the here and right tactic, which people might say we worked last, a bit earlier on in the last game around the 16, and put Saka there. I don't want to see Saka in left back, especially when we're already going to be very unsure on that left side of defence with Gahey being missing a game due to the yellow cards. So I don't know. I mean, you think of Xhaka, you think of Freuler, you think of Rida, Vargas, Ndoye and Abisha getting. It's already giving me heart palpitations just thinking about it. It's gonna be a very tough game. The only thing I can save in grace is Fabian Schär. Made a few mistakes against Italy, so I'm hoping we can find some pockets there with Foden, who's going to play left wing. Shouldn't be, but he's going to. So I'm with Foden and whoever is going to play in the left back position. It's probably going to be Trippier. I hope we can find some space there with Bellingham as well. We can make like a little triangle and get to pocket to play and passes moving forward. And also Rodriguez, because Rodriguez likes to go forward. So I'm hoping we can catch them when Abisha, Rodriguez and Vargas go forward. And we can just get the counter and just bam, push past with a pass to Saka. Saka runs up a wing, pigs it in, or a Palmer just puts it in, and Kane can get it on his nonce and get it in the goal. Or we can find a Bellingham on the edge of the box and in he goes again. By the way, that bicycle kick by Bellingham. Mwah! Oh my mate. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, from there, let's have a look at the stats for Switzerland from the last game. Here we go. We've got 18 shots on, 16 shots, 4 on target. They didn't have enough possession, which is not a very good thing, because it shows you they can go and win 2-0 with less possession, and we're a very possession-based team like Italy are. So it's like we're playing to their strengths really by having this possession-based tactic. 91% pass accuracy with 513 passes, 9 fouls, 0 yellows, 0 reds, 0 offsides, and 4 corners. And they did look dangerous from those corners as well in the Italy game. But yeah, the Switzerland game, I don't know. Right, you let me know down below in the comment section down below what you guys think is going to happen against Switzerland. Give me a score prediction. Give me your thoughts. You can leave me a whole goddamn paragraph or a whole goddamn story. I don't care. I'll read every single one and get back to you in detail, I promise. So make sure you do that. Make sure you drop a like as well. Right, let's get on to the player ratings from the game. Right, yo, let's get on to the player rankings. So what's going to happen is George, my glorious editor, love that man, bubbly boy. Go check him out, link down below in the description. He's going to be flashing the players on with the score rated next to him out of 10. So we start off with our goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. And I'm going to give Pickford a 7.1 out of 10. Because a lot of the times you see him come out the goal trying to drive the team to get forward and try and get him to do something with the ball instead of just passing it back and forth between those back six. And I love to see that from a keeper who comes out to try and get the team going and trying to motivate him and not just sitting back, just sitting on his arse, just screaming and shouting. He actually did something, came out, helped with the play, gave that extra man to try and widen out and push the play out. I love to see that from Pickford. Obviously, one goal went in behind him. Not very good. And there was another one where Trippier had to make the recovery. Probably the one thing Trippier actually did really good in this game. He went past Pickford from a weird bobble between the defenders after a shot. About 3 defenders, including 2 of ours and the attacking player from Slovakia. They took a shot. It bobbled underneath 2 or 3. But Pickford went for it and he missed it from a shot, and he went all the way back. There was a player who was on goal. He was going to go in. He was onside, and Trippier made the KO, was behind the keeper and got it out for us. So apart from those 2 instances, Pickford had a very solid game, very decent game. But, he was really good. A couple of good saves as well from the man. Not that he was tested that much. So we'll move on to right back with Kyle Walker. And quite honestly, I will give Walker probably like a 7.4 because he was really good. He was doing a lot of the passing. He was getting back. He was making forward runs, put a few crosses in. He was really good today. Actually, you know what? We'll bump back up to a 7.6. Sorry, George. We'll bump that up to a 7.6. He was actually really good today. Really good from Kyle Walker. Really good. I really enjoyed watching Kyle Walker play. And people are like, he's getting on a bit, but he's still so pacey and fast and so good in defending and just with the passes he finds and the lanes he finds. He's so good at the game. So yeah, we'll go back for Kyle Walker. John Stones next. And I'll probably give him a 7.4. good solid game, a lot of passing, and honestly towards the end of the game, second half and extra time, he was pushing a bit more up like he does for City into more like that backup number 6 role. It was really nice to see that from him as well. First half, maybe it was a bit sloppy, so we'll keep it at 7.4. Mark Gahey, my guy, I'm giving you a 7.9. You have been, every single game, you have been the best defender on that pitch. Mark Gahey, 7.9. My friend, you were great. You got the yellow card. You're out for the next game, but you did your goddamn job. Till the very end, you were exhausted. I was watching you. You were knackered by the end of the second half. No, let alone the extra time. And he still was making his runs back. Still trying to find the lines of passes. Still trying to help the team out as much as he could and cover for Trippier when Trippier wasn't, doing as well. And speaking of that man, Trippier, I'm going to give you a... Because of that, wasn't off the line save, but because of that behind Pickford save where it was definitely on goal, I'm not going to go 5s. I'm going to give you a 6.2 trips. Again, he had a couple of passes that made it, a couple of passes that looked good. A lot of the time though, it was just more of give me the ball, I'm going to turn. Oh, they're running, no, I'm going to turn back and pass it this way. But again, that last second defending with the kick out where they were on goal and got behind Pickford, and he just made that quick little in his brain just to go, I need to start moving and get in there and get it out. It was just great from him. So yeah, we're going to give you a 6.2. Yeah, 6.2. Right. Kobe, Manu. Whoa. Kobe Manu now. Honestly, this kid I loved and enjoyed. So he did pick up a yellow card, but still, I loved watching him play. He's such a good player. He's always, driving forward into more of that 10 position. He's always finding pockets. He loves to move around. He's great defensively. You're always seeing him come asking for the ball or going to the ball to get the ball. Or when he's got the ball, he won't just pass. He won't just take a touch and pass. He'll take a few touches and try and get the team forward a bit more and find a better pass rather than just laying it backwards to somebody like Trippier did. But Kobe Manu, I'll probably give you a. I'll give you a 7.7. 7.7 for Manu. Yeah. We're going to go on to Rice, baby Decker Rice, number 4 for England. And quite honestly, mate, we had a bit of a quiet one. Apart from that beautiful shot, which could have been like a centimetre to the left a bit, but still, that beautiful shot. He had some really good chances at goal as well. A lot of times he pushed it forward, good passing like he always does. Bit under the radar today, but I'll notice you, Rose. I noticed you. I was mentioning you a lot in the stream. That we were doing watch along on Kick, and I was mentioning your name quite a lot of times. Like he's coming back, he's coming helping the defence, trying to get the passes of play moving more forward. He's making cuts on the inlay, on the outlines of the pitch. He's cutting more towards that 10. He's pushing more forward. He's still making his runs back. He had a good shot on goal. Had a couple of other chances that he could have had, and unfortunately, defence blocked it or got in the way or intercepted. But yeah, Ricey boy, you're gonna get a probably 7.7 as well, because you different players, different movements and passes, but same results. Getting it forward and creating space and space movement and chances for potential chances for England to do something, or in Rice's case, actually having a really good chance at goal. So a 7.7 there. Bukayo Saka on the right hand side again was doing good, was cutting into the middle a lot more today, and I loved seeing that a lot more from Saka, cutting inside a bit more. So Manu and Walker could, and even Bellingham could have that, and even Foden coming all the way over, have that space to go in front of him. A lot of times we had that little triangle going with Manu, Walker and Saka, and sometimes Bellingham too was in there to make like a little, you know what I mean, one of those. A trapezoid, is that what it's called? Not a tripod. Easy, big fella. You know what I mean. And Saka would come on the inside, then make the run on the outside and do like a little nice little swing out to the wing, getting some crosses in, which was really good from him. Getting a lot of getting a lot of fouls for us, a lot of free kicks for us, which was really good as well. See, I'll probably give Saka a 7.8. I'll give Saka a 7.8. Yeah, Saka gets 7.8. Georgie, I do look after your Arsenal boys. I'm telling you, mate, I do. My editor George is an Arsenal fan, if anybody doesn't know. I am giving him some credit, mate, okay? Right, we'll move on to the opposite side of the pitch. We'll move on to Philip Foden, the new baby daddy. He's had his third child, and he did the celebration stuck in the thumb, despite the goal being offside. Didn't know it at the time when he made the celebration, but we'll start there. Phil Foden had a goal, disallowed. Pretty wide, you know, pretty far offside, to be fair. In the lineup we saw, it was literally just his bum that wasn't offside. It was pretty much just like his arse. So yeah, unlucky Phil, but it was a lot better today. A lot better from Phil. And I've been probably your biggest critic, Phil, and you've been a lot better. A lot better. Start of the tournament, I didn't even want you near the squad. Didn't even want you near that starting lineup at all. You've proven me wrong, mate. You've been doing a lot better here. Even putting in some crosses today, which is a big thing that I didn't like. You were playing on the wing and you just kept... I get it, you love to cut in, you love to come to the middle, which he was doing today as well, cutting into the middle and trying to make the more a central push and getting the passive more push into looking for those 1-2s and running in behind. Love that, that's your game, you're great at it, don't change it. But today you're putting in some more crosses, which I was really wanting to see a bit more of because you're on the wing. I felt like you, in the past few games, Foden wasn't really trying to get in those places to put a cross in. It felt more like he wanted to get down the middle to get the goal. And, you know, as a winger, you've got to sacrifice and put it in for the team sometimes, which he did a lot more of today, which I'm really happy he did. So, good praise for Phil Foden. I'm going to give you an 8.1. I'm going to give Phil Foden an 8.1. Okay, now we're going to move on to the black country boy himself, Starbridge born and bred, ladies and gentlemen, Jude Bellingham. Oh, Jude, you sexy, saucy, you saucy bastard. Oh, that bicycle kick. Not 30 seconds left of play, 95th minute, and he goes for a bicy. He does a bicycle overhead kick, and it goes in the net. Mwah! Love ya. I've been backing you since the start of the competition. I've been backing you in it. Everybody's been saying the boys have been crap. I've been saying, well, there's the passes to Bellingham. He ain't had the space. He ain't had the touches. He's been making the runs and had no service. And that's been the big problem. It hasn't been Jude himself. It's been the service and the players around him who have not been looking for him. But today, different story. They've actually been finding him now and again. There was a lot of times again on the stream, I was shouting it out a lot, saying, he's in space. Bellingham is in miles of space here. Why are we going over this side? It's crowded. Just look to your right. He's over there. He's in space. He's coming back for the ball, getting the ball in that line between Trippier and Gahey on the line up there, just behind Rice. He'd be there looking for the ball to try and get it forward for, you know, to make a push for an England attack. It was really good from that, which he's been doing a lot this competition. Obviously, he got the goal. And obviously he was driving forward, making a lot of passes with Foden and Rice and Saka and Maine and Kane sometimes. Kane was a bit heavy on the first touches sometimes. We won't go there just yet. So much better from the team. Great from Jude. Loved it. Jude for me, 8.6. 8.6 for Jude. Easy. Right, we're going to move on to Big H now. Big Harry Kane. Mr. Captain. Oh, Capitan. Harry Kane. We're going to give you a... See, apart from the goal, very quiet. Touches were a bit heavy when he'd been past the ball. To be fair, a lot of his passes himself, when he's cut on to the left or the right, or come back a bit and he's tried to ping it or have a nice pass, it didn't really find the marks. Only one or two times it actually did. A lot of movement from him. I will say that a lot of movement in that final third, just not in the box. Free kick, obviously got the header, it went wide, which, you know, 9 out of 10, he bangs that diving header in the back of the net, so it's a little upsetting there. But a little bit better from Kane today, obviously got a goal, which is great. Love that, Tony with the flick over, Kane nuts it in. Love that. But, I'm sorry, Big H. I'm going to give you a 7 points. Was he better than Mainoo? Was he better than Saka and Rice? I'm going to give you a 7.6. And I think that's fair. I'm not going to be very biased just because you got the goal. I think a 7.6 is really fair for you. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the substitutions, which you can see down there. Eric Conser came on, which didn't play much, so I can't really give him much of a high score. I'll give you a nice standard 6.5. Came on, did look pretty decent. Got a couple of touches. Passing was really good. Bang average. Can't ask for more. He wasn't really on the pitch for that long, let's be honest. Conor Gallagher, bit of the same story. Wasn't really on for that long. So, probably give you a 6.2, which isn't against the player. Not saying he had a good game or a bad game, just couldn't really do much. You were on for like, I think it literally was like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, I believe. So yeah, can't really say much about Conor Gallagher. Ivan Toney, by the way, came on in the last 2 minutes of standard time. I think it was like the 93rd, 94th minute he came on. And as soon as he had, the look he gave Southgate, from what Southgate was saying in his post-interview, he was like, why the hell are you putting me on? What am I going to do in 90 seconds? And Southgate, obviously, before he came on, did say in the press conference and in the interview, saying, I just told him, you just need that one moment. And boy, did he deliver in the extra time. First 45 seconds of extra time, he knocked from the throw, knocks on the head backwards to Harry Kane, sets up the assist for the second goal, which obviously has put us through. So I'm going to give him good for the assist. Like I say, he was only on 2 minutes of the second half, and for half an hour as well. So 32 minutes played, probably 35 with added time for the 2 extra times. Added time, but good game, good promising play from Toney. If I'm Kane, if I'm Foden, I'm going to be in training tomorrow. Oh no, but I have a rest day. But as soon as I see Southgate after a sleep and a bit of a rest, I'm going to be going up to Southgate and saying we need to bring this lad on 65 minutes into the game. 65 minutes in, because when he came on, the game changed. There was a lot more pressing. He was jumping for more. Obviously, it was more dying embers of the game. Everybody was tired, but he looked so good. So, Ivan Toney, I'm going to give you a 6.9. Yeah, 6.9. Naughty. Stop it. I know it's a naughty number. Shh. 6.9 for Ivan Toney. If you play more of the game, it did come on at the half an hour mark. Probably would have been like an 8 or something, but 6.9 for the lad, which is a decent number considering you only played 35 minutes of the game. Eze, pretty similar. He did come on a little bit earlier than Toney. I'll probably give a nice 7. I'll give you a 7.0. Again, made a lot of good passes. He was bloody bodged around the whole pitch. He played left back. He played in the middle. He played on the left. He was everywhere in my extra time in the second half. Everywhere, moving around the shape and everything with Southgate. Fair play, mate. You did a job everywhere you were on that pitch. So fair play, chap. Bang average, not bang average, but bang 7.0. Love it. And then Cole Palmer, my mate, Mr. Chilly boy. Let me tell you, mate, you ain't in the freezer, you're in the fridge, you're falling out because you're getting some time, you're getting some warmth on them legs because you're playing great, and I loved seeing you today. Good old-fashioned 7.3 for you. Good play. Love to see you start the next game. Loved it. But yeah, those are my ratings and rankings for the last of 16 game for us, and also what I see coming forward with Switzerland. So make sure you let me know everything down below. Leave 1 comment, 2 comments, anything. Help me with the algorithm. I'm on our way to 200 subscribers. So make sure you come and sub as well. Drop a like and share. I'll see you in the next video, which I think is going to be my predicted lineup for Switzerland. Love to see you there. Thank you for watching. Love ya. Ciao, guys.